Welcome to another episode of Sub 5, baby. Yo, I hope we're rocking with the shirt right now. It's custom made. It's 101. Peep the hat as well. Sheesh. Yo, it's Jacquemus. Jacquemus is French. It's French. I can't make this up. It is. It's French. And it's luxury, too. So don't go hating on me, all right? Let's bring the question in. Right on, all right? All right. Let's see what we got today. This is a fun one, all right? This could be fun. How long would it take for an apple to turn into an orange? Right. So this is an interesting question, right? Because at first glance, it's ridiculous. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean? How long would it take for an apple to turn into an orange? You could wait a very long time, and that would never happen, right? Fortunately for you guys, right? I have some ideas for how we can get this apple to turn into an orange. I don't know why you'd want an apple to turn into an orange. Yeah, I'm actually gonna give you a fun fact. I've never had an orange. Yeah, and my entire life, never had an orange. You'd expect someone my age, let's just say that, you'd expect someone my age to have had an orange, and I've never had an orange. So if we want our apple to turn into an orange, the first thing we're gonna have to do is put it in a box, right? Now, no energy can enter this box, but no energy can escape the box. No heat can escape the box. No mass can escape the box, right? So if I put an apple in the box and I wait long enough, which is so ridiculously, almost comically, laughably long. If someone were to look in the box, right, somehow, right, because you can't open it, because everything's gonna fucking fly out, right? So if someone were to observe what was in the box, right, they'd see that inside was just all the atoms that made up the apple, right? And now theoretically, right, if we had an entropyless universe that does not observe entropy, I mean, kind of checks out because we have a fucking box that conserves energy 100%. Nothing is getting in that box. Nothing is leaving that box. And I don't know, I'm that's not, it's not possible in real life, right? So this is all very hypothetical, right? So we have all the atoms that made up the apple. And I mean, just for number's sake, right? Let's say it was 120. We got an apple with 120 atoms. That should blow your mind, right? Because there are more atoms in this much of my finger. Well, it's not, it's very big, it's more really, can you see that? Can you see that? There's more atoms right there in my finger than there are in this entire apple, which is probably going to be the size of my hand, right? So if we have the 120 atoms in the box, okay, eventually, right, they're not just going to stay the atoms, right, because we have the energy of the apple in there, and we have the mass of the apple. We have the mass and the energy of the apple, right? So it's going to be able to reconstruct itself theoretically, again, very theoretically, into anything that can be made up of 120 atoms. And if we have apples that are made up of 120 atoms in these universes, I mean, hell, man, who knows what else we can get with those 120 atoms. And I think one of those things would be an orange. Don't go taking an apple and leave it in a box because it's just gonna mold and dust away. You can't, you and I and no one else can make a box that's gonna perfectly conserve all that an apple is at an atomic and energetic level, right? So, I mean, if we waited and here's the verdict, an infinite amount of time, well, less than an infinite amount of time, but somewhere in between a less than infinite amount of time and an infinite amount of time, we would look in a box that had an apple and see an orange. Yeah, appreciate you for peeping this episode. Yeah,
let's go back.
Check you out in the next episode. So far, let's fucking go. 1 of 1, by the way. Jacquemus.